What a day it was on the Australian share market, with a gain of 1.7% as the market adjusted to a coalition win of government. The real action, though, was in the blue chips, where we saw the top 20 gaining 2.9% on the market. The winners on the market today were the private health insurers, the bank, residential housing stocks, as well as listed investment companies and fund managers. On the flip side, there were negative implications for childcare stocks, some of the aged care stocks, as well as real estate investment trusts. Having a look at some of those big moves, and private health insurers were winners with no 2% cap proposed by Labor. We saw NIB Holdings up by a massive 15% and Medibank Private up by 11%. The residential housing market also looks to be a winner, with rate cuts on the cards, as well as no changes to capital gains tax and negative gearing, which should stabilise the market and then add in the incentives for the first home buyers. We saw Stockland up by 5% and Mirvac up by 2%, as well as Domain and Real Estate doing well on the market as well. The banks would be winners from the stabilisation in the residential housing market, as well as no abolition of the cash refunds of the franking credits. We saw the big four banks gaining between 6 to 9% on the market. Listed fund managers also doing well, as well as listed investment companies, with Wilson Asset Management up by 5.3% on the market. There was also some company news out, and we did see Sydney Airports down by 4% after some weak April numbers. We did see overall passengers only up by 0.1%, so relatively flat. Domestic passengers were down 1.3% and international gained 2.5%. That comes on the back of Virgin's profit warning last week, and we also saw Webjet shares down by 7.7% on the market today. Incitec Pivot out with its first half numbers, and they were very weak. We saw first half earnings before interest and tax before reoccurring items up by 8% to $260 million, but there was a lot of those non-reoccurring items, in fact $119 million worth. That was well flagged to the market though, and the shares down by 2.7%. And finally, Blue Sky suspended after appointing receivers to its company. So unfortunately some bad news there, but overall a great day for the market. The Australian share market up by 1.7% and the top 20 stocks on the market up by 2.9%.